So this video is going to be a little bit different to my usual content, and that's because I want to talk about something that was very important to my mother. And because it's Mother's Day, I thought now is a good time to talk about it. First of all, it's Mother's Day, so if you're a younger viewer or lucky enough to still have your mum with us, wish your mother a happy Mother's Day for me. This is, however, my first Mother's Day without my mum, and I know it's the same story for many others. For those of you who are new to my channel, I lost my mother to ovarian cancer last year, a week after Mother's Day. And another friend of mine lost theirs on Mother's Day, and another viewer of mine reached out to me not long after mine passed to share that she lost her mother to the same form of cancer. And if you're watching, you know who you are. Thank you for reaching out to me, I really appreciated it. So, I know I'm not alone, and if you're one of the unfortunate ones who've lost your mother as well, you're not alone either. I don't want this to be a depressing video, but I also don't want you to feel like you're alone during a time when many are celebrating, so I want to highlight some important things. There are many mothers out there, and women in general, continuously going through cancer right this very second, and realistically, someone has noticed some symptoms that could indicate that something might be wrong, or you might be waiting on some results, or know someone waiting on results, in which case my thoughts really go out to you during this time, or any time for that matter. If you have noticed some symptoms that could indicate that something's wrong, please don't put it off. I put off getting some lumps checked for far too long, out of worrying that I would actually have something, but luckily for me, they were found to be benign. So, if you're putting off getting checked out of fear of the worst, don't let yourself simmer in fear and anxiety or fear of the unknown. Go visit the doctor and have the symptoms looked at. At best, you'll be told you had nothing to worry about to begin with. And if something is found, it's better to have it discovered as soon as you can to make your chances of survival even greater. From my understanding, there are no symptoms for ovarian cancer other than bloating. My mum's stomach was bloating, so she went to see the doctor about it, and that's when they discovered her cancer. And in regards to ovarian cancer, there seems to be very little in terms of prevention outside of having the ovaries completely removed. Now, I might be completely wrong about that, I'm not entirely 100% sure, but that was our experience. Now granted, there are risks involved in any major surgery, and I'm not downplaying that, but my mother made the clear choice that she wanted her ovaries removed after having children, and apparently the doctors still refused because the risk of complications and death were too high. But, ironically, the risk of death outweighed the benefits of prevention, only to have what she wanted to prevent be the cause of her death anyway, making the doctor's choice to avoid the risk of that death because of the complications pointless, because that's what took her. And that's something that really angered my mother through her cancer battle, the fact that had the doctors removed her ovaries like she asked, she wouldn't have got the cancer that she was trying to prevent in the first place. Her mother died of breast cancer, so that was something she was always trying to check and prevent herself. And that's what she wanted to continue fighting for, the rights of women to take preventative actions. Yes, there's always risks, but if a woman chooses to say have a double mastectomy, is it not her right to avoid those risks if she chooses? There seems to be a lot of controversy surrounding mastectomies before any risks because society for some reason still thinks that the removal of the bosom to avoid breast cancer is something to be shunned. And this leads me to my next point. I've been considering how I want to tackle this first anniversary and the future because I've known that I wanted to do something artsy and positive, but I don't have enough subscribers to make a charity live stream have much of an impact. Plus, I don't think I'll be emotionally strong enough to get through a stream. I mean, recording this video was a bit difficult as well. I will be doing long-term things, such as making dedicated artworks and the sale of those artworks going directly to a cancer-related organization. None of this is fully thought through yet because I've had a lot of things to deal with throughout my own year after my mum's passing, but this is an ongoing battle for many, and I want to make it part of my mission going forward because it was my mum's mission to continue fighting. I don't expect to be able to help eliminate cancer, but if I can help someone feel less alone educated a little more on the subject, even though I'm not a professional. If my experiences can help motivate someone to check their health, that's something. And I also want those who may feel like their pain is a burden on others during a time when many are celebrating to feel less alone. You may feel forgotten, or you might want to be left alone during your struggles, and that's also fine, but know that you're not alone. They may not always be vocal, but there are many others out there suffering the same stresses that you're suffering. Use Mother's Day as a day to relax and enjoy and be pampered, but if you can't, that's okay too. Just know that you're thought about and you're not alone in your struggles. So that's what I've got to say about Mother's Day. I hope you got something out of this, and don't forget to give your mother a hug, or to even make a donation to a charity of your choice if you can, because it's not just cancer that affects mothers. There are many, many, many issues affecting women. So let's not forget those who find Mother's Day a struggle, and keep fighting the good fight. Let me know if this was helpful for you in any kind of way, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheerio for now.